What's going on, guys? So I want to do another trade recap on a play that I took today on Amazon, and this turned out to be my biggest winner of the day. It was $1,540. So I was a little late to the party on Amazon, just due to the fact that if you did watch my other trade recap videos, I was playing Tesla, I played Nvidia, I did play, what else did I play today? AMD, Amazon. So anyways, just getting into it. Again, same psychology, same setup. What I'm looking for here, I'm looking at pre-market highs. If we are able to break these pre-market highs, opening range candle break, I am looking to go long. However, you can see here, we put in this first 5-minute candle wick all the way to 34.28. We got rejected, got sold off here. We did make a second attempt to come up to this level, however, did not crack below it. Again, I did not play this right off of the bell just due to the fact that I was involved in other trades. But at this current time, when I'm going to get into where and when I actually took this play, but the futures were pulling in very, very aggressively. The triple Qs were coming in. A lot of stocks were putting in these monster moves to the downside. So I had that extra confidence to go short, just knowing that the overall market was weak. So with that being said, we do have pre-market highs or pre-market lows here at around $34 and $34.05. So this actually gave a perfect entry, breaking below pre-market lows. If you were watching Amazon right off the bell, you would have watched this first 5-minute candle, second 5-minute candle, and then we get this crack below pre-market lows here. We do get a test back here at the 20-period moving average. If you know my style and the way that I trade, I live and die by the 20-period moving average on the 5-minute time frame. It saves me from stopping out a lot of times, and it also saves me a small loss from turning into a big loss. So in this case, we did crack below pre-market lows here. So if you would have taken this off the pre-market low break, we did get that first initial back test to the 20-period moving average here at around 655. We did get rejected, and then we confirmed to the downside and just continued flush for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes after that. We went all the way from confirming pre-market lows of 34.05 all the way down to the initial tick of 33.68. So again, fantastic move, just about 40, 50 points in your favor. However, I was late to the party here. So what I was waiting for here, I'm only going to be, when I'm looking to scalp or day trade, I'm rocking 3 moving averages on my chart. That's the 20-period moving average, that's the 50-period moving average, and that's the 200 SMA. Okay, so those are the only 3. So right around when I started to watch this play here was around 7 o'clock, 7:05, right in this area. I seen us coming down into this 200-period moving average. I did not get short here just due to the fact that if we came down to the 200, I knew that this was going to act as a level of support. Potentially we could bounce. We can make another run towards this 20-period moving average. And if we were to close above the 20-period moving average, then our next resistance would be obviously the 50, and then from there pre-market lows and then pre-market highs. So I was kind of giving Amazon a little bit of time. I wanted to see what it was going to do here at the 200-period moving average. We did get this initial flush through the 200-period moving average. Again, I did not take the play here just due to the fact that if we get some sort of snapback like we did here in the following 10 minutes after losing this 200, and we were able to hold this level, then potentially I was thinking Amazon can bounce to the long side. So what I wanted to see was, I wanted to see us flush below the 200. Okay. Then when we got this candle here that kind of came and touched the 200, and then we closed over the 200 here, I seen that there was no additional follow through. So what I was looking at here was this initial candle that closed below the 200-period moving average. Okay, this initial candle that closed below the 200-period moving average, what I was thinking to myself was, if we did come back to the 200 and got rejected and we flushed below these lows, this was going to be my area where I was going to enter the play. My stop loss was going to be any close over the 200 or over the 20-period moving average. Being that the 200 is lower than the 20, I was going to save myself more risk by using the 200-period moving average as my absolute stop on this play. So this play here, 33, $67 just due to the fact that Amazon's premiums are a little bit more expensive. I only took one contract and I did take the 33.45 strikes, right? Let me just double check that. 33.45 puts. Those are the strikes that I took, and I took one contract. As soon as we got rejected at the 200 period moving average, and then we flushed below this first candle that closed under the 200, this was my entry here. Being that I took 33.45 puts, I was going to look to take profits into that 33.45. So being that I am outside the money, but knowing how fast and how big the range is on Amazon, I knew that if we were to get down to 33.45, I was going to clear up that debt and take off those profits right then and there. I was not going to hold looking for 3,300. I'm not going to hold looking for this to go all the way to zero. What I want to do is see a move in my favor. And as soon as it starts to speed up, where we're getting multiple red candles, in this case, since I'm going short, multiple red candles in my favor, I am going to look to take those profits off the table. So as soon as we confirm this low price here, we got 1, 2 pushes lower. We did try to get this little bounce back candle here. We did not close over the previous high of this red candle. We got an initial flush here, and I started to take my profits right around 805. So 805 is here. This is where I started to clear up my profits, just due to the fact that we are already 10 points in the money on my contracts. This price here was 33.33. I cleared up my contract there around that mid 33.30s, just due to the fact that I knew I was already 5 points in the money from my 33.45 contract. Being that I took this contract close to 33.60s, I knew that I was already well 20 points in the money from where I purchased this contract. So I took my profits off the table here. It did bounce, did come up into the 20 period moving average, tried to reclaim it, but you can see here there was no follow through, got rejected, and kind of just traded around sideways. And then towards the end of the day, with the rest of the market, did reclaim the 20 period moving average and then tried to give a little bit of a mini bounce there. But that's just, I broke down 3 different trades, all using the same parameters, using pre-market lows, pre-market highs, kind of taking the 20 period moving average. Are we trading above it? Are we trading below it? In this case today, market was down, so we were trading below the 20. So I was confident going on the short side, taking puts. Again, I'm only going to use 3 indicators when I am scalping or day trading. Those levels are going to be the 20 SMA, the 50 SMA, and the 200. I'm going to use each and every single one of those as areas of support, or I will use them as areas of resistance. If we're trading below the 20, below the 200, below the 50, those areas are going to be areas of resistance and areas where I'm going to want to take profits or cut my loss. If we are trading above, I'm going to be looking to go long. And if we fall below, I'm going to be looking to cut my losses there. So I hope that kind of helps. Just to reiterate, again, if you were watching Amazon right off the bell, this pre-market low price here of 34.05, as soon as we confirm 34.05, you could have taken this entry here. And as long as we stayed underneath the 20 period moving average, you could have continued to hold this. If you did get in at the loss of the pre-market lows, 34.05, your area of taking profits would have been here at the 200, just due to the fact that could we have broken down like we did? Of course. But could we have also come down to the 200, cracked below it, reclaimed it like we did in this candle here at 725, and then continue to tread back up and go red to green? That's entirely possible too. So being that you have a space, a gap from the 20 period moving average to the 200 period moving average, and if you entered on pre-market lows of 34.05, right around that area, you would be taking your profits off the table before you get to this 200 period moving average. Now, being that I was late to the party because I was playing other stocks, what I was looking for here, what I was looking to do was I wanted to lose the 200, and then I wanted to get the back test, and we got that successful back test, but we also got the rejection. When we got the rejection with no follow through to the long side, and then we flushed below the candle that initially closed below the 200, this was telling me that the stock was going to continue to be weak, Go ahead and enter this trade. And as long as we stay below the 200 period moving average, it's okay to hold on to this trade. If this does snap back and close above the 200, you're going to have to eat your loss and you're going to have to take it there. That's just the way, that's just the name of the game. You can't just allow this to come down and then come back and reclaim the 200. And then now it's bouncing around, consolidating sideways, and then break to the long side. And now you're turning a small loss into a bigger loss. Just cut the trade where the trade is supposed to be cut. If you have a smaller account and you can only take one day trade today and the trade fails and you can't take any more day trades, don't feel bad. Feel grateful that you're able to trade another day. Just recuperate, gather your information, do your homework, find another setup the next following day. I'd rather you lose $100 on a trade that went against you, but able to trade tomorrow, than lose $1,000 on a play because you're being stubborn and now you can't trade tomorrow. I hope that makes sense. Guys, if you want to join my Discord, that link is down in the description box below. Also, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment, and give me a thumbs up on this video. And I will see all of you guys who are members of the Discord in there tomorrow.